back to another one. It's been a couple of weeks since I saw you. It was the Munstead and Firle weekend. Now, we haven't done a lot of competing since we saw you last. There's been a lot of training going on. I've been out cross-country schooling. I took Helen with me, who I'm not sure whether she was amazing and impressive or just sheerly blindly ridiculous, but I'll show you that in a minute. Done some show jumping training, first time out on grass. Fantastic, the horses went really, really well. And Zoe and Rue have been out competing down at Brendan's in Pycombe, under 16 show, so a junior show, 90 and 1 metre. They come back with rosettes in both classes, so really pleased for them. So it's a little bit early in the morning. It's not as early as it should be, but unfortunately we had a late night last night. Last night was date night, so we went to Beauty and the Beast. Can't get enough of it. Emma Watson, and my God, what a film. We'll be singing all day today. So it should be, well no, it is South of England at Ardingly. I'm not competing there today, but I am commentating. So there's a few of the local events here that I don't compete at, so that I can commentate. And a couple of them I commentate one day, compete the next, or alternatively just compete around the commentating, as long as I've got Claire on hand to deal with the horses. So I've still got a yard of stables to do, and I've got approximately an hour to do it all in if I want to get home and get changed and showered and not stink of, well, horse poo in the commentary box all day. So we should be able to give you a decent insight into what goes on behind the scenes in the control box. It's a dominating picture over every cross-country field. I'm not sure many of you know how important its role is in eventing. It's not just there to provide commentary to keep everybody up to date with what's going on out on the course, but it is the main hub for the safety of the course. All the scores, all the jump judges, all the technical advisors from BE, all the BE coaches, all the vets, all the doctors, they are all controlled and directed from that building. So a little bit later I will introduce you to the team that I'm working with today, or I should say working for, and we shall hopefully give you a little bit more to look at, a little bit more to think about, so next time you ride past that box you know what's happening inside it. I've arrived at South of England. I'm taking the second shift on commentating, so I've just come down to the start here to see a friend of mine, Kate, off on her, well, this is her last run at B100 with this horse before she goes novice at, I think she's going to Bovington for her first one, I can't remember now. This is a really nice young horse she's got here. It's coming on very, very well with some really pleasing results. We're up in control here. Now, I've had to do a voiceover for this because I can't allow you to hear what is being said in control. It's got to be kept out of the public domain. As you can see, it's a little bit crowded in here. There are 6 people in here at any one time. We have a controller and a backup controller. They work in 1 hour shifts. We have 2 commentators. They also work in 1 hour shifts. Then we have provisional scorers, one of which is in contact with the secretaries and the show jumping at all times. So they send the scores through to us, your show jumping and your dressage marks, and we follow you around the course, adding up any faults, keeping a running total of your score, which enables us to have the provisional scores at any time. Now, in front of the commentator is a board that has all of the numbered jumps on it and who sponsors them. And it tells us who's got radios, who's not got radios, so we know who we can contact for updates off the course to see what's going on and how you're doing. So the controller is possibly the most important person in this box, after me obviously. They ensure that the cross-country course is safe. They're in contact with everybody and they hear everything that is going on. They liaise with the BE technical directors that are there and ensure that the event is run in a safe manner, and we could not run these events without them. So please, if you meet them, do thank them. They are gifted at what they do and they are invaluable to the safe running of these competitions. I've had a lovely day at South of England commentating, but unfortunately young Daniel here has had an allergic reaction to something. So Tomorrow's commentary is going to be off the cards, I think. I think I need to stay here and have a good look over the yard, see if I can find the source of his allergic reaction. The vets weren't a lot of help. He said steroids, antihistamines. So, I mean, there's so many different things. He hasn't changed fields. He's got a new rug, but the rug seems fine. The only thing that we are contemplating at the moment is that the oilseed rape is flowering at the moment, and this will be the first time that we're aware of him experiencing it. Now, it does affect some horses in a respiratory manner. A lot of horses get a little bit of hay fever towards it, as it were. I've not come across it happening as a skin condition before, so I'll just have you show you what it looks like for him. So as you can see, all of his side has come up in these really nasty irritant hives. Mainly this side, there's a little bit on the other side. But he's very, very unhappy, very uncomfortable about it, and unfortunately this does mean that exercising him is going to be a bit of a problem. He can't have a saddle on because they come right up here and sit underneath where the saddle flap will come, and along here underneath the saddle pads. So the vet's quite confident that a decent antihistamine and a steroid will sort him out. And Dan himself is a little bit hacked off at being in tonight because he's normally out, but he's got food, he's got hay, so it could be worse for him. But just goes to show that no matter how fit and healthy your horse is, there is always something that gets in the way of competing.